we've got a very special and great lineup for you guys tonight. Thunderball. The all-black, all-strong, allergic to winter. Good time to have a black comedy troupe, isn't it? We might work out some issues in front of y'all. And also, Jive Turkey.
Yeah!
And to get us started, my man, Reggie Marlboro.
Hello. Hi. It feels weird not having a mic, but whatever. Feels like I'm just teaching. That's what I teach high school kids. That's my day job. Teaching for 8 years. I like the job, but I hate the kids. It's not like anything personal, it's just that they're annoying. You know? But when you teach children, you realize that the kids change, but the archetypes remain, right? Like I teach this kid right now. His name's Dayon. He's smart as hell, honor roll student, talented, but comes to class every day late, high as shit, right? And I want to say something to him, but then he'll score like 100% on every exam. And so the only thing I can say is, Dayon, called by Zine. He's that. Great. And then I get mad at my other students because like he is high as hell all the time and knocking out tests. And I'm looking at them going, you guys aren't even stoned. And you don't even know what the Louisiana Purchase is yet. He figured it out. And he's blazed. Right? So like the other day though, he came in like extremely late. And I was already just kind of annoyed. And he comes in, he's like, hey yo, no bro, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. I'm like, Dayon, no. Alright? Coming late every damn day. Alright? And you're not going to leave the bathroom, you're going to the bathroom now. Alright? There's an assignment on the board. You're going to do this assignment, and when you're done, then you can go to the bathroom. So he goes and sits down, opens up his backpack, comes back to me and goes, so I saw you put the homework online last night, so I did it already. Here you go. And the kids go, oh shit, he got you, Mel, bro. And I said, guess what? Pop quiz, little niggas. This is my classroom. Right? You don't run shit in here, right? This is not a democracy, it's a dictatorship. I am Black Pol Pot. And yes, Pol Pot will be on the quiz. Right, so you should know it. And here's the thing, because like people want to judge the kids, I don't judge them. I don't judge them. Like I realize they do ignorant things. I did ignorant things when I was a kid. We probably a lot of us did ignorant things. Like I owned every Limp Bizkit album. No one should admit that. Not a single person, right? So like when I hear their music, I can't judge the shmoney dance, right? Like I can't judge that. I can't judge No Flex Zone. It's their music. I can't judge it. But there's times when things happen with the kids that I think some people just are like a little bit weird about. Like, okay, so the school year just barely started, right? And one of my friends teaches middle school, and she hits me with a text, like the beginning of the school year, it's like, oh my God, Reggie, I just found out the 7th grade girl that I teach just got kicked out of her previous middle school for sucking too much dick. And I was like, what is too much before the administration stepped in? Like, what was the number? Like, what number was it? It was like, at number 3, they're like, listen, Sheila, you're sucking dick at an 8th grade level. We need to slow down, it's called math. Get another skill, right? So that happened, and like a few days later, a group of our students got in trouble for sexting each other, right? Now, that happened, so me and my friends in the teacher's lounge, we're sitting there talking about, you know, we're just making fun of things. And we have a coworker who's about mid-50s, early 60s. She comes in and she hears us talking about this, and she just goes, oh my God, I can't believe these kids nowadays. Back in my day, we didn't do things like that. We had more decency. And all I could say was, yeah. Only because you didn't have the technology to do it. Like, why do we act like people were prude back then, right? Like, there's nothing new under the sun. I mean, the Kinsey Report came out in the 1950s. People were eating pussy in the 50s. It was a thing, right? It was a thing, right? And the thing is, some of you may be a little apprehensive right now, and that's because you're thinking about your grandparents having sex. It's okay, because they did have sex. That's why you're here now, right? You're the fastest sperm. Applaud yourself. You made it, right? Like, it's not like people weren't having sex then. Like, they called it flappers back in the 20s, right? Like, that was a thing, right? Like, let's be real. 3-6 Mafia didn't invent running trains, right? Back then they called it doing the locomotion. Right? That's all it is. Nothing new under the sun. So I can't judge it. I don't want to judge it, right? Like, we prejudge things way too easily in this society, in our country. We prejudge people, right? Like I was riding my bicycle to a show, and I'm dressed up. I have my bike helmet on, got my lights flashing, I have my Boise State sweatshirt on, and I'm riding, right? And I'm on the street, and I gotta get onto the sidewalk because it gets a little hectic. So I get on the sidewalk, and as I get on the sidewalk, I hear a group of kids just go like, whoa, 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 whoa. And in my mind, I'm like, that sounds like something out of The Wire. I'm a little cautious now. What am I about to ride into? I don't want to get fucked with, right? So as I'm still riding, I don't think, I'm like still like kind of head on the swivel. I hear a group of kids from the other side go, oh shit, is that him right there? Is that him right there? Shit, think about to pop off? And next thing I hear is, nah, man, it's just a cornball nigga right there, man. He ain't doing nothing. And that offended me. Because they looked at me like, oh, he is corny, right? And it hurt. But at the same time, I respected them because at first they thought I was tough. So touche, young white kids. You were on your grind. I don't know, man. Like life is crazy. Like riding a bicycle around here. Like I've been hit a few different times. If you ride a bike, you've probably been almost killed 3 or 4 times in your life. Like I got hit a couple weeks ago, and right before that, I was almost killed because I was riding my bike down New Hampshire Avenue, and I'm in the bike lane. I'm coming in hot. I'm having fun. I'm just like zoning out. I'm listening to Taylor Swift, right? I'm just zoning, right? And as I'm going down, the traffic on New Hampshire is getting a little crazy because some driver has like trying to make a turn that jams up the traffic. So this big old white van cuts into the bike lane and almost hits me. I see out of the corner of my eye, I turn, I basically crash my bike, and I'm pissed. I'm angry. I'm going to curse this driver out. And then I start to giggle really loudly because it was a bike share van. Right? Like that would have been the most ironic death possible. Like that would have won me the hipster Olympics, which is like a platted mustache or something, I swear. Yeah. It's December. I'm a fan. Like every winter, it always is just weird to me because like I gotta go home. I go home to Boise for Christmas, and the last time I was home for Christmas, I had a weird interaction with the police that I never thought I would have. Right? Me and my buddy Jake. Jake's Russian dude. I'm a black dude. We go out drinking on Christmas night. We're getting waist hammered. Right? But we're like, look, it's Boise. We ain't driving. We're going to get waist hammered. And then we are going to call a taxi and we're going to go home. Right? Being responsible adults. So we get in a taxi and the taxi driver picks us up and he's driving. And we're like, hey, man, is there like, because I live here now, Jake lives in San Diego. And we're both like, damn, kind of want some food right now. We're getting some food. So I go, hey, taxi driver, hey, man. There's a 7-Eleven right around the corner. How about you pull in there real quick, see if it's open so me and my buddy can get some snackage, right? And then we're going to leave. And he's like, all right, cool. As we're driving, all of a sudden he just starts muttering to himself. And me and Jake like, did we just get in the cab? The crazy nigga? Like, what's going on? Right? And we're like, hey, you all right, dude? He's like, yeah, I think these cops are following me. And we're like, okay, well, that's weird. You're a taxi. Why are they following me? Right? He's like, I don't know, but I'm going to make another turn, and then let's see what happens. So he makes another turn, and the cop's still behind us. Right? He makes another turn, cop's still behind us. Now we're basically approaching the 7-Eleven. So he pulls into the 7-Eleven so we can see if the food's open. We notice it, and we're like, I bet, just like pull right around. As soon as he starts to pull around, the cops swarm us. And there's now 3 cop cars around the car. And he gets out the car. And he starts yelling at the cops, and me and Jake are like, who the you don't yell at cops, right? Especially like me as the only black person here. I'm like, we really don't need to yell at the cops right now, right? I'm a little nervous. The cops are yelling at him, and we can't really hear what's going on. And me and Jake are just still in the back seat of the taxi, like, I just want to go home. Oh, maybe like eat some food. Like, let's just get out of here. He's still yelling at him, and then like the cops come up to him and they go, so he's in trouble. This guy, this taxi driver has been in trouble for a while. We will call you guys a taxi so you guys can get home. And we're like, okay, that's all we want. All we want to do is leave, right? So as we get out the car, the cops like disperse and basically let him go. He's like, no, screw that. You guys get back in my taxi right now. And because we're afraid, we get back in the taxi, right? We don't know about what this dude's about to do to us. We get in the taxi with him, right? And he's driving it with us, and he's explaining basically his life story about how the cops were constantly harassing him. Like he's had to fight like a couple tickets that they've given to him for things like this. And he's like, hey, would you guys mind testifying on my behalf? Like, and we're like, yeah, sure. And so we give him our addresses, but we give him our family's addresses because me and Jake don't live in Boise. Fuck him. We just wanted to go home. And yeah, I don't think that guy ever ended up in jail, but we'll see when I go home in a couple weeks. Hopefully he's still alive. All right. We have a great rest of the show. All right, first.